Welcome back. All of the healthcare talk is enough to make Americans sick. Lucky for us, the doctor is in. Bill Adair, editor-in-chief of PolitiFact.com, knows how to operate the truth-o-meter. Good to see you, Bill. Glad you're here.
Thanks for having me.
You know, earlier in the program, we saw how U.S. lawmakers are having a difficult time explaining healthcare, especially when they get back home to their districts. U.S. House Democrat Russ Carnahan, for example, trying to get the facts straight at a town hall meeting, nearly laughed off the podium when he said, and this is a quote, "The Congressional Budget Office most recently came out and analyzed the current plan and said that not only was it deficit neutral, but that over 10 years it would create a $6 billion surplus." You looked into this.
We did, and we rated it false on our truth-o-meter. Carnahan was doing what lawmakers in Congress love to do on both sides. They take the work of the Congressional Budget Office, which is a very well-respected, independent, nonpartisan office in Congress, and then use its numbers to sort of suit their own aims. And in this case, Carnahan was doing a little bit of math by himself. Actually, the CBO said that the healthcare plan would result in about a $239 billion deficit. But Carnahan was making some assumptions that some Medicare reimbursement changes would continue to be made. Not a sure thing, and so therefore he concluded that it would be a $6 billion surplus. So he gets a false on the truth-o-meter.
Didn't go over very well, did it? And speaking of quoting or misquoting, another U.S. Congressman, California Republican Dan Lundgren, said that U.S. President Obama suggested on national television that the health care bill would have the government decide that, let's say, a healthy 100-year-old woman in need of a pacemaker should take a pain pill instead. Is that one true?
No, that one's not true either. That also got a false on our truth-o-meter on PolitiFact.com. The truth here is that the president was talking about a hypothetical example. It had first been suggested by the ABC interviewer, and as the president talked about it, he emphasized that the government should not make those kinds of decisions. So Lundgren was really distorting what he said, and so we gave Lundgren a false on our truth-o-meter.
All right. One that is maybe a little bit trickier to trace here. So many people are getting this chain email. And it says, and this is a quote as well, all non-U.S. citizens, illegal or not, will be provided with free health care services. What does the truth-o-meter say about that one?
Well, the truth-o-meter gave that one our lowest rating, pants on fire, because it was so false. In fact, the bill specifically says that undocumented aliens would not get the credits under the health plan that the president's proposed.
Not doing too well this week. We didn't even get a half truth this week. But
no.
Bill Adair, always a pleasure. Come back with another diagnosis next week, all right?
You bet. Thanks, Colleen.
We'll see you then. Thanks. Time to answer the mail. Che from Cameroon writes, has there been any U.S. president who did not appoint a Supreme Court justice? All eyes have been on Barack Obama's pick, but 4 American presidents never got the chance to choose. Jimmy Carter missed out, and Presidents Harrison and Taylor did too, perhaps because both died early in office. U.S. President Andrew Johnson, who succeeded Lincoln, had his chance, but then things got political. Congress eliminated a seat from the High Court to prevent Johnson from filling it. And Sisuho from Zambia wants to know, has U.S. President Obama given up going to church in D.C.? A recent Time magazine report said Obama has stopped looking, but the White House told CNN in an email that the claim is erroneous and said the Obamas, quote, continue to look for a church home and have enjoyed worshiping at Camp David over the months. Considering nearly 3/4 of Americans think their president should have strong religious beliefs, Obama may be thinking twice about sleeping in on Sundays. If you have a question for us, don't hit the snooze button. Visit our website, cnn.com/politicalman, or email us at politicalman@cnn.com. Finally, the debate over health care reform may be heating up, but so is Washington. So politicians are plotting their summer escapes. Except for the tourists, Washington becomes something of a ghost town around this time of year. The Obamas have a family holiday on Martha's Vineyard coming up. The Bidens are already on vacation in South Carolina. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas has a more unusual vacation destination: Walmart parking lots. That's where he stops his motorhome at night as he and his wife travel the country. But the most unusual summer vacation plans? Conservative Republican Congressman Dana Rohrabacher has invited staunch Democrat Barney Frank to go surfing. Rohrabacher is an avid surfer. Frank, not so much. Rohrabacher says he will probably be the one surfing while Frank, and this is a quote, lies on the beach like a whale. Ouch. And that's our program for this week. Join us next time on Political Man. We'll be here even if you're on vacation.